Hello everyone, you're here with me, Carine, and with Ashok on this lovely morning. We are at Gomti Tea Estate to talk about the marvelous Darjeeling tea.
Carine, welcome to Darjeeling once more. As you know, we produce some of the finest teas in the world. We are located in the northern tip of Bengal in eastern India. The tea growing areas are spread out over several valleys from 1500 feet to 6500 feet. The character of the tea changes according to the season, the weather, and so many other things. And so, Carine, you've been coming to Darjeeling over the last 15 years. What brought you here and what was your first experience?
The first time I came, I arrived at the end of the day.
Yes.
Dark was coming down and there was a lot of mist. I remember very well my feeling. It was like a mysterious atmosphere. We didn't see barely 1 meter on the road, but actually I was not scared because it was like I was in other worlds. And I think Darjeeling is a magical place. Magical for the atmosphere, for the friendly people, magical from the smile of the people.
Yes, this is very common. Every other visitor remarks on the smiles they see.
When I come back to my country, it's very important to think about its atmosphere, this smile, people, friendly, and of course the marvelous tea.
And what is the taste when you first have a sip? What is your feeling?
When I visited the tea factory and came to the withering room,
Yes.
it was wonderful. I smelled the marvelous fragrance. It was like I was in the garden. Each time I come to Darjeeling and visit the withering room or walk around the tea factory, I want to keep in the little box this fragrance, this smell.
And carry with you.
Yes, and carry with you and open sometimes when I am in France. But I can do that, not with this box, but when I taste tea, especially the first flush of Darjeeling, because we have a lot of aroma, this kind of aroma. Oh, when you taste this kind of tea, it's like an explosion.
Carine, you've been tasting so many teas from Darjeeling over the years. Would you share with us about your impressions for Gomti teas?
Yes, of course. Each time I taste tea from Gomti, it is always a pleasure for me. And tea from Gomti has a lot of consistency in the mouth and a very good balance between the aroma and the texture. What do you do to obtain this quality of tea?
What I feel is that every leaf has got its own personality. And because of our long experience and association with this place, we know the sections very intimately as to what type of leaf it will produce. And so we are able to give the optimum treatment to every type of leaf which comes to us. And this produces our quality.
Could you tell me more about the story of Gomti Tea Estate?
Yes, I would love to. More than 120 years ago, a gentleman named Mr. Henry Lennox planted the garden. And since then, we've had very good planters historically who were prominent in the area. And 60 years ago, my father and his partner jointly took up the challenge. They made it their business to learn from the other planters who were already working here.
Ah, really?
And so they became friends with them, they learned, and the main observation at that time, people will say that, well, yes, it is a matter of experience. And my father said, yes, it is experience, but let us measure it and let us record it. So in this way, he was a pioneer. And he would always say, let us share the knowledge. Anybody could come to Gumti, and he was also welcome to go to other estates. So there was a lot of learning which took place at that time. Since the last 40 years, I have been there, and we follow the same policies with our managers. All of them are with us for 20 years, 30 years, and so on. Everything is consistent, and that shows in the tea
Not
also.
only the cup, but
Everything
I
else.
understand more why so many things and this consistency in your cup of tea from Gumti Tea Estate.
Yes.
Ashok, what do you see next for Gumti and for Darjeeling?
Well, the main problem has been the distance between the producer and the consumer.
Yes, really.
And Tea Box has been a great help in this. And now it is possible for our tea to reach the consumer within a week. This in itself is a great achievement, which will help everybody concerned.